I was reading the self-help books and all this stuff, and none of them really hit for me, because a lot of it was like power of positive thinking and like affirmations and like all this stuff. And the reason I make the content that I do now, which has now almost become like a shtick, countering that is because it didn't work for me. And I'm not trying to speak to everybody. If that works for you, then like, awesome. Like, awesome. Like people mistake me saying this is what worked for me with this is what I think everyone should do. And it couldn't be further from the truth.
This is what I wanted to mention to you is that at an early age, work ethics, man. At 16, I was cleaning crates and, I was working at a kennel and it was disgusting. Oh man, I've, done janitorial work, cleaning toilets, but I always just prided myself in the work. I show up early and on time, and I knew what the job was. And I was always trying to put gas in my tank. I was trying to separate myself from my family early on. So at 16, I got a car when I was 14. One of the main reasons I was in trouble quite a bit is just trying to escape the family environment. A lot of drugs, a lot of crime, very, very toxic environment. And then when you get a car, you're everybody's best friend. And then when the car breaks down, nobody's around to help you fix it. So not even your family. So unless they need a ride across town, and then they'll pitch in to try to figure out what's going to take to get the car back on the road. But here's the thing is that the work ethics are critical, and I'm thankful that I had a counselor come beside me in my teens. Going into high school, I had 4 probation officers before I entered high school. And Mr. Ostras knew my probation officer, and he just simply directed me to the fact. He says, the difference between a job and a career. And it just ignited my mind to the idea that, a career is something you actually love to do and they pay you for it. And I will admit, I had to reinvent myself many times throughout my career because industries get disrupted and things change, and you have to continue to reinvent yourself and find industries that are thriving, okay? So when the .com crashed, there was, the building industry went, crazy with demand, supply and demand. That's what it all comes down to. And when you show up early, and your work ethics, your reputation precedes you, and that's what you want.